Hello, heavy metal experts. My name is Brainsmasher, and I'm here today for the Heavy Metallurgy YouTube channel with an album review. I want to talk to you about the new one from Lamp of Murmuur, Saturnian Bloodstorm, which will be released on March 23rd by Not Cult in the United States and in Europe by Argento Records. Or you can pre-order it digitally right now by going to the Bandcamp link in the description of this video. Now, over the last few years, there's been an explosion of fierce new black metal upstarts who, rather than reinvent any wheels, stab dozens of daggers into it and traverse along viciously paying homage to some of the nastiest and most repellent black metal of yesteryear. The bulk of them have maintained at least a 4-album tilt without so much as flinching. The problem is, I am drowning in that style. There's simply too much of it right now, you guys. You seriously need to knock it off. Thankfully, the more enduring and creative minds from this explosion have seen the writing on the wall. And it says, you must evolve to remain relevant and inspired. We've reached a point where the metal universe is oversaturated with monochromatic, uninspired black metal acts further beating the dead horse. So it is incumbent upon any artists who wish to make relevant art to continually seek to evolve and mature their voice. Los Angeles' Lamp of Murmuur have hurled at us a throng of releases, 11 releases in 3 years. And after surprising us with 2022's 80s goth-inspired submission and slavery, a dormant year of 2022 for the band has birthed us yet another reinvented version of Lamp, forged in the icy climes of Blashirk. Saturnian Bloodstorm strikes with a deadly and frigid iron by boldly referencing very specific albums and iconic established influences of the late 90s black metal scene coming out of Norway, which I am thoroughly entertained and charmed by. But I can't help but wait with bated breath for the words "far above the Raven Gate" to emerge from between these absolutely icy Nordic riffs. The album wastes no time delivering memorable, addictive guitar work solidified by icy and staunch drumming. The latest Murmuration is a learned study of the power of the black metal riff and how to wield its power by adorning it with subtle Korg synth harmonies and by giving it an unending might with powerful and intricate drum accompaniment. It also lends credence to an argument that you can pay tribute by bearing an uncanny similarity to your influences while still exercising a fair amount of creativity by challenging new ideas in composition, arrangement, and overall sonic personality. Look, people of my generation are just going to have to admit it. Myself included, there are many people whose entry point into black metal will be albums of this generation without ever hearing classics like Battles in the North, Blood on Ice, Incipit Satan, or even Nemesis Divina. Look, I'm a simple man. You play black metal riffs that sound like Old Immortal, you will have my attention. Sprinkle a little bit of Blood on Ice or a Bathory here and there. And if you develop those ideas into your own unique sound convincingly without diluting your vision or boring me with mundane gimmicks, I will buy your album, dead ass. With Saturnian Bloodstorm, Lamp of Murmuur is boldly proving that they are a force to be reckoned with, as evidenced by the skilled, intricate, blistering riffing, devoid of contrivance or inauthentic demeanor. The songs gallop along, delivering a decadent focus on furious black metal riffing that never wear out their welcome and surprise you at every change. What I'm pretty certain are programmed drums a la Superior Drummer are a vital element to giving these riffs the glory that they behold, and although this may not be a real human performing the drums, a careful attention to the instrument was paid in order to not divert from the overarching artistic vision. One area that I feel the album kind of lacks in is the vocals. They are densely buried in the mix and kind of almost an afterthought of devilish whisperings. This album would have benefited pretty strongly from a lot more effort given to the vocal delivery here. I definitely appreciate the unique overall sound on this album, though the guitars are given a generous amount of spotlight here. They do possess an appealing, realistic amp sound and dwell spaciously among the overall mix, which gives everything plenty of air to breathe, which I like. The album plays nicely, alternating between blazing, speedy, somewhat complex black metal, but interspersed with a necessary diversity in style, with some slower and more glorious, kind of triumphant sounding parts. I do feel like this album may have been a bit rushed because all the songs really sound kind of samey to me. I think some additional time to develop this sound and work through some different ideas may have benefited the album even more. I hear a lot of potential for like shredded guitar solos pretty regularly, but they just aren't there. Maybe that's just the inner Demonaz Doom Occulta fanatic in me, who knows. It's been a long time since an album like this came out of the woodwork and reminded me so strongly of the glorious black metal albums coming out of Norway in the late 90s, and I really want to hear more of this thing. I'm feeling pretty strong about giving this album an 8 out of 10, and I eagerly look forward to some of the less desirable aspects of this project to be different or better the next time around. I will definitely be picking up a copy of this to add to my collection. So that's it for me. Be sure to join us every Monday on Heavy Metallurgy for even more album reviews, and don't forget to subscribe to my Brainsmasher channel for even more inane heavy metal expert content. We'll see you next time.